Okay, now let's dive into why I think the newest shooting is a little sketch. First of all, first things first. Can we talk about all the coincidental events that have happened this year on an election year? Can we talk about all the events that have happened this year that have been addressed by Democratic politicians in the past? First, we started with Fauci in the beginning of 2022. He's out. Where's Fauci now? Who the fuck cares at this point? Then we had the immigration crisis at the border, and then there was a whole thing where Ted Cruz was like hiding in the bushes in the border, spying on these immigrants crossing the border and making a whole documentary of it.
Yep, right there. See the movement? Right there. Boom, boom. Oh, there we go, right there. Nancy, see this? Nancy. Moving right there. Right
So
there.
we're looking right across the river at a group of traffickers preparing to bring people across. And we can see them. The Border Patrol tower, there they are. They're walking right there. You can see them right there. There were a total of 33 that the Border
It was a whole thing. And then fucking Russia fucking bombs the Ukraine, and now there's a war of Russia versus Nazis. And after that, Will Smith decided to smack the shit out of Chris Rock. And now Chris Rock is down, and now we're all guessing like, oh, should Will Smith have done that? Immediately forgetting all the Ukraine shit, and then
told her
fucking Johnny Depp and his fucking bullshit-ass fucking ex-girlfriend.
Also stated as to what she may have told her.
Your Honor, we have an objection. May we
Okay,
approach?
sure.
I think she
Objection,
can say
hearsay?
I think she can say if she told anybody.
Your Honor, I'm going to object on here. Objection, hearsay, compound. Objection,
pointed
Your
at
Honor,
me.
hearsay. May we approach, please?
Okay.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, hearsay. Objection, hearsay.
Okay, any objection?
Your Honor, may we approach?
Sure.
Objection, hearsay. Objection, leading and hearsay, Your Honor. May we approach?
All right.
Objection,
they
hearsay.
thought my
Objection,
nose.
hearsay. Objection, hearsay.
And then we're like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen here. Not minding the fucking Will Smith shit. And then all of a sudden we have abortion issues. And now women are hating men.
Y hoy se le revela para reivindicar su cuerpo, abortar tu cielo, sea Dios, sea Padre, sea cualquiera que decida sobre nuestros cuerpos. Creo en el aborto libre, sin tu iglesia.
And now all of the fucking Democrats are coming out and being like, oh, well, I guess if you want your abortion, you should probably vote for Democrats. They're not going to give you anything. And after abortion, we got into racism with the definitely targeted black people. And it was in his manifesto. And he did it specifically because he wanted to start a race war in the country. At which point, the fucking white people would apparently win and free him out of prison. And he will be labeled a hero. That was his plan. It's in his manifesto. Read it. We went over it. And after that, we went into gun control talk now with this whole Uvalde shooting, and where this guy decided to go into a fucking school and shoot up a whole bunch of kids, and the police just decided not to do anything about it. They fucking locked him in the room with 19 children and didn't let anyone interfere with the fucking murder spree that this man was causing to children. Democrats come out and they start pointing fingers at Governor Greg Faggot, which, by the way, Governor Greg Faggot, you should have stood up from your fucking wheelchair and said some shit to Beto O'Rourke instead of being a censorship pussy and fucking kicking Beto O'Rourke just because there's fucking parents griefing in this room. I don't give a fuck if the parents are griefing in this room. You should debate him. We should have a battle of ideas, not a fucking pussy off where you fucking kick Beto O'Rourke out of a room and then bitch about whenever people get censored on fucking social media for being a little too conservative. Among all of this shit, we have a fucking baby formula shortage that has definitely been caused by the shortage of fucking truck drivers, which has definitely been caused by the fucking prices of fuel going up. All we're missing is climate change, affordable health care, criminal justice reform, and healing the soul of America, which I pulled out of the fucking Democratic platform handbook. They want to heal the soul of America. The fuck does healing the soul of America have to do with all the problems that we're having right now? The soul of America will be healed once we get money in our pockets, Democrats. That's something that you don't seem to be understanding. All my money gone. Oh no, my money gone. Why did this happen to my money? Because you are a stupid. You're a stupid American. You don't like to save money. Why does that sound like Nico Bellic from fucking GTA? Listen to what the police are saying. Listen to that.
From Tom Winters over at NBC News that the timeline does not add up again, that whenever they say police encountered him, he did not exchange gunfire at all in the initial whatever encountering that happened.
Right.
So that means that Mr. Ramos was able to crash this car, encounter a police officer, go into a classroom, barricade himself into the classroom, all without a single shot fired yet by this police officer. Eventually, only after he starts shooting and killing people inside of this classroom is he engaged. And you know, the other thing, it takes a long time, and this is macabre, but it takes a long time to kill 22 people. That's not, you know, it's not something that can just be accomplished in a single second. So during this entire period in which there are supposedly, officers, 3 officers there who are on the scene, some of them were wounded, but many others were outside. I think that we can generally infer what happened here is that you have some local PD cops who were either afraid or wanted to wait until a tactical team arrived, and they frankly got bailed out by Border Patrol tactical agents who happened to live and be in Uvalde, who ended up showing here.
Well, a lot of the kids in this school, because it is
They're like
pretty close to the
superheroes when
border,
they
their
fucking
parents
suit up.
are CBP.
Yep.
They're Customs and Border Patrol.
That's
so
right.
can you imagine you're there on this? Your kid.
I can imagine that.
That going back to that
you'd have to kill
congressman.
me, yeah.
She is so like Crystal, like relax, dude. Like, let's go back to it. Like, listen to Crystal. Listen.
There on this, your kid.
I can imagine that.
Going back to that congressman.
She sounds like Ray. Oh, me and Jackie watched something funny yesterday. You guys are gonna see it soon, though.
Kill me, yeah.
He describes the gunman being in this classroom as there being a lull in the action. A lull.
Lol. Lol. Lol.
Can you imagine if you're one of the babies or the teachers that's in that classroom with this monster? Is that a lull in the action to you? And what was making me insane? Yes.
Insane! Sorry, but it's just like there's too much here, Crystal. You're giving us too much. Look at yourself. Crystal, I'm being honest, Chrissy, you're hot and shit, but like, relax, girl. Relax. You need to relax, okay? Like, you were nowhere near this, okay, event. Like, I get it. I really get it. You want to pretend that you lived in fucking Texas and you would have done something and you would have told those cops to get the fuck in there or else. We get it, Chrissy. But you need to calm down about that message, dude. You're making it seem like it's a little disingenuous, Chrissy girl. Disingenuous.
Yesterday is news article after news article, official spokesperson of the police department, after person, describing him as being contained.
Yeah, that's right.
In this classroom. Like this was
Contained like a caged animal.
An intentional strategy to allow him into this classroom where he massacres 19 kids. Blood. And the story keeps changing. We still, even with what we've learned, do not have a clear picture of what happened.
Maybe we do. Maybe there's some more information. Hang on, Chrissy. You don't want to... Okay, check this out.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sit down. You're out of line and an embarrassment. Sit down and don't play this stuff.
Get this guy out of here.
No, he needs to get his ass out of here. This isn't the place to talk this over. This is totally predictable when you... Sir, you're out of line.
Why is the guy in the fucking walker the tough guy here? Why is this boomer in the walker the one screaming at Beto? Look at this guy. Look at his walker. Fucking talk about Walker, Texas Ranger. Look at this shit over here. And you're gonna tell me that this guy's standing up to Beto and everyone else is being fucking quiet? Why didn't any of these faggots say anything? Do they think they're just better? Like, you're not just supposed to ignore Beto here.
This isn't the place to talk this over. This is totally predictable when you... Sir, you're out of line.
You're out of line.
Sir, you are out of line.
You're out of line, buddy. That guy right there, that guy's my dad, bro. That's my dad. If I ever were to have a dad, there he is, right there. You're out of here, buddy. And I love the third one, the one that fucking... Yee! They're throwing Beto out like this was fucking Sábado Gigante. Afuera! And everyone in the crowd yells, Afuera!
I can't believe you're a sick son of a bitch that was out of line. Please leave this auditorium. I can't believe you're a sick son of a bitch that would come to a deal like this to make a political issue. It's on assholes like you. Why don't you get out of here?
You need to do better, Senator. You need to do better. I'm gonna download that. This one. This is the angle.
Somebody needs to stand up for the children of this state, or they will continue to be killed, just like they were killed in Uvalde yesterday.
Look at some people saying, let him speak.
Because the governor of the state of Texas, the most powerful man in the state.
Look how sweaty he is. Look how sweaty Beto is.
After kids were killed in their classrooms, told the parents he would do something, he did nothing.
Bro, he is so good at that. Everyone's just gathering around him and he's just fucking just like, man, these fucking people, they just won't let me fucking talk. If they just let me talk for 5 seconds. And everyone starts gathering around, and as they're gathering, he's like, and that's why we need to get in there and we need a store. And he starts getting louder and louder. Watch this. Watch this. Check this out. Check it out again.
The most powerful man in the state.
Look, he's talking to himself here.
The governor of the state of Texas, the most powerful man in the state,
See?
chose to do nothing. He went to Santa Fe High School after kids were killed
the
in their
crowd?
classrooms, told the parents he would do something, he did nothing. He came to my hometown of El Paso after 23 people were slaughtered. He
Here?
said he was going to do something, he did nothing. In fact, the only thing he did was make it easier to buy a gun. The only thing he did was make it easier to carry a gun in public. And he bragged about the fact that there would be no background check, no training, no vetting whatsoever. You know, he talked about that this was evil. The only thing evil is what he continues to do to the people of this state. He says this was unpredictable. It was totally predictable, and I predict this will continue to happen when you continue to have a governor who will not stand up for the people of Texas. His only interest is the gun lobby. He's scheduled to speak at the NRA convention this Friday in Houston, Texas, just days after these kids were slaughtered right here in Uvalde. After they were slaughtered at Santa Fe High School, at Sutherland Springs, in Midland, Odessa, in El Paso, Texas. 5 of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history right here in this state in the last 5 years. He was governor for every single one of them. And after every one of these, he holds a press conference just like this. And I wish to hell, when he came to El Paso, someone would have stood up.
See how loud it's gotten already?
Held him to account and confronted him and shocked the conscience of this state into doing something, because if we do nothing, we will continue to see this year after year, school after school, kid after kid. This one is on all of us. It's on every single one of us to do something. So I'm here to stand up for the people of Texas.
He's done nothing. Nothing at all. Except make it easier for people to get guns. That's Beto's case. He's wrong. But I wished he would have fucking spoke, you know? I wish he would have spoken up. Instead, they censored his ass. They censored his fucking ass.
tweets out,
sworn I
the
saw that
father
guy.
of one of the victims from the Texas shooting was pro-gun and literally championing Kyle Rittenhouse on Facebook. And look, he was roundly criticized, but he also, garnered over 11,000 likes and a lot of people who supported him and said, this is what you actually have to do.
Did I catch that right? Is that? Can you guys read that? Does that word say niggy? Does that say illuminated niggy? This is what illuminated niggy said? Really? Illuminated niggy, this person. This fucking James Charles tranny looking person right here. This illuminated niggy person said this, and we're supposed to be offended because they said the father of one of the victims from the Texas shooting was pro-gun and literally championed Kyle Rittenhouse on Facebook. So, like, I guess he deserves what he got, right? Is what you're trying to say, Niggy? Illuminated Niggy? You're so illuminated. Like, you fucking basically have a lamp inside you.
The normal place they go is like, we need more good guys
check.
with guns. Well, that doesn't really work out in this situation either, because the quote-unquote good guys with guns were on the scene from the beginning, and we already covered in depth what a complete failure that ultimately was.
Yeah, but the good guys with the guns didn't decide to do anything with those guns. That's the problem. So we're done. I think we went through all the shooters. This guy's story doesn't line up. Really does seem like a psyop. Alex Jones is sweating right now. Alex Jones is just getting out of one lawsuit with children's parents, and it now seems like he's going to have to go into another one.